top lane, it's 6 CS right now for the Snapfire.
And 4 CS for Marcy. That's the big one.
Yeah.
Drow Ranger sitting at 12 denies. TA 2000.
Right click's coming in, the Curse of Avernus, and they're just going to run down under the tower. Like, he throws the shards out, the Aphotic Shield pops, they
get him as well.
And they're going to get Omar too. Tag team or not, you're probably dead. Now Celery knows he's going to die to the tower, so he just goes down. He'll come back full health, full mana, and with nobody around, that's a well worth death.
They're like, yeah, this man's really good at laning. Nefret now in trouble, doesn't have a cookie. One more hit.
Yeah, Curse of
Extra
Avernus
slow.
again. So now you're silenced, you can't cookie away. Like, this is such a dangerous lane to play into.
Dyrachyo even put a second point in Curse.
Oh boy. That's not going to be fun to deal with. They get the Undying Ace, though. Body blocks from Tofu, trying to keep him off the Marcy. Yeah, there it is. Finally, getting the kill on to Marcy. It took a little bit of shimmying around the trees, but get that vision to get that last hit, and ends up being a trade. Every time we see him on the Leshrac, he is dominating not only the lane, but the game.
Pretty much. And this time around, he does have Celery to play with. And look at Gaimin Gladiators. They're playing so aggressively immediately. They know that there is no TP available on Kaori. Kaori is even going on mid lane.
Yeah,
okay, they want to make something happen. Noob's still level 5. Quinn is level 6, so might go for a solo kill.
Waning Rift, Pulse Nova going, and they get the decay, but they've got the snowball coming over from the side from Omar. There's the tether from Celery. Quinn lands a stun, but he's still going to die. Might be able to trade, only stopping the salve, so that's not going to go exactly perfectly, but they do eventually get Noob with Tofu coming over from the bottom lane.
Double rotation, both supports from Gaimin Gladiators. They know how to rotate, leaving Dyrachyo here.
He knows
one versus one. Yeah, they like this hero just doesn't die, especially when he gets close to level 6, unless they bring the numbers. And speaking of numbers, this is going to be a third hero.
Yeah, that's what you need. And Dyrachyo, like, it's unfortunate, but that's what needs to happen for Ooredoo Thunders. That's the only way he's dying in that lane.
Noob does have coil available.
Yeah, didn't end up using it in the top lane. They had the snowball follow-up. They were fine. Bushwhack ends on 2. Acorn shot and the stun. Look how quickly Noob just dies. Quinn gets the kill, the snowball. Well, Omar, one more right click from Quinn, and that's going to be a double.
They wanted to separate the lanes, play a bit more aggressive on the mid lane. Which,
look at where they are
now
again.
Nefret, he looks very dead. Those bushwhacks from Tofu, really on point.
Yeah, it's under the tower. It doesn't matter. Gaimin Gladiators just... this is definitely favoring Gaimin Gladiators at the moment. They're going to bring 3 heroes down bottom again to go after Ace. And they did the same to go for top and get that kill, but now Ace trying to swipe the bushwhack. Oh my god, Tofu! Ace, no way he survives this. He's trying to get the kill on a TA 2000 and eventually falls, but Tofu giving him all the time in the world to try and get more than just one kill. It looks like eventually Tofu should die, but another bushwhack that holds him in place. Back over in the fight, they've got a Dream Coil down on a Celery, but there's no follow-up on this. They relocated into the fight. Quinn was trying to at least help out Tofu and get a kill, but nobody else dies. Then there's the withdrawal back from that Snapfire. Actually going towards mid, they're bringing 4 heroes over. They've got the Dream Coil back off cooldown, and look at the damage coming out of Quinn. They finally get a kill there onto this Leshrac, and Dyrachyo TP's into the Mortimer
He's in trouble. He's very dead here.
To borrow time immediately, and they've got the multi-shot. That's probably not according to plan, because 5 heroes are there. You had the free lane, and instead you TP'd mid and died. Obviously a different build than what you see to the safe lane Marcy that goes into the Battle Fury, but straight BKB. We know that Marcy's can be tough straight off the Unleash, and well, I'm not surprised to see that. Ace now going after Omar, has the help from Tofu, and they'll get the kill there onto the Tusk down bottom. And I know he came down with the relocate when that fight was going on, and they ended up losing Ace eventually, but I still was expecting him to kind of maybe put the pressure onto the tower as early as maybe like 8-9 minutes. Dyrachyo getting chased. He's got the borrowed time. Eventually, he'll just pop that himself. Snowball coming in as well as the shards. That'll block him in. And now they've got the Mortimer's Kisses, and you'll get the damage coming out. It's a lot real quick onto the Abaddon. They also find a follow-up on a Tofu with Waning Rift. They've got the Illusory Orb, and one more right click will do it. Even dropping the Dream Coil, which is probably unnecessary. And we'll see if it gets any easier. They do have Quinn stand at the top, which is no surprise with the way he's been playing thus far. He still has 2 deaths himself, but overall, I would say he's made some high-impact moves in this game. They'll look over, they'll try to get Ace. He's already got a BKB, so he'll go into the Unleash, unable to get the kill there onto the Undying thanks to the blocking of the shards, but he'll rebound out of the high ground, get the kill to Omar. They'll look over for the Undying, miss the stun, and he'll be able to TP out, so it's just one kill for the side of Gaimin Gladiators as they continue to play across the river. Above the Abaddon, like it's kind of surprising. I'm really shocked about where Duracio's at, and Celery's gonna die inside the trees.
Kaori, very interesting build. I think it's time to go for Roche because tag team is maxed out. They're also going to have Illusion Rune, so you can dodge some of the spells. And I don't know if they can contest this. This Roshan's going to drop down immediately. It's already down to half HP. Gaimin Gladiators, they can't react to this. Very nice move, and also interesting build from Kaori. He's the one maxing out the Soul Rip, wants to be able to get more heals done in a team fight, wants to be able to match this healing coming out from Gaimin Gladiators.
And we'll see how strong it is here for Ace, as he's got that basher, like you said. They're coming over. One of the things that I've noticed, which is a little bit unfortunate, the sentry that's right by the steps for Gaimin Gladiators just doesn't reach this ward on the high ground by the steps. So they're going to come over. They've smoked up. They're going all the way around. Can they find anybody? They're going to find Omar, and, well, he'll go in with a Walrus Punch and start off like that. Over to the side, though, Ace pops the BKB, goes to the Unleash, and TA2000's just going to run away from him. So the entirety of his BKB is going to be on chasing that Drow and not laying a scratch on that Drow Ranger. So Duraccio needs to run. The Aphotic Shield gets popped. He now has the borrowed time going off as well. They're going to go back to this relocate area, and Noob's actually going to be over by 3 heroes on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. Illusory Orb with the phase shift, he's able to walk away, and the fact that nobody dies in this situation is a little bit...
Celery's gonna die. He's the one who saved him with relocate, so someone has to die in the end. He tried to go on a Drow Ranger who still had Aegis for full 2.5 minutes before that fight, so Ace will need to choose his target a bit more carefully next time around. He's very strong once he uses Unleash, Basher plus a BKB. These are the items pretty much that you need. There's also BKB on Lesh that he didn't use, so they might be able to take another fight once the Aegis expires and the BKB is up.
Mortimer's Kiss is right on top of Tofu. They get the kill on the Hoodwink, so Nefer gets credit for that one, and Duraccio immediately having that Aphotic Shield popped. Borrowed time just coming off cooldown, and now he'll TP away, but the cookie lands. They'll stop the TP, and this is looking like another kill on the Abaddon. And the game, net worth-wise, is even. Is there anybody else you think, or just him?
I mean, it has been played a couple of years back, but he's the one who's been pretty much spamming it, even when it was not as popular. Nefrit, in a good spot to break the smoke.
Yeah, but he gets disposed for Staff
Wrong
Cookie
way.
back in the same direction. Bushwhack technically misses, but they're going to land the stun from Queno. Pop the mech, he'll try to survive, but that's not happening. Where now Ace is on a dominating spree. Those shards don't block out Ace, but it does block the rest of his team from getting up out of the high ground. At least from those steps, and now they're going to pop the ult. Corey, over to the side, look for the Walrus Punch. Right click's coming in from the Drow. They go
good positioning from TA2000.
Backline, they've got themselves the Dream Coil. They get the kill on Ace. They'll take out this Marcy. They'll get the kill on a Tofu. And now Celery, Duraccio, what can they do? They get themselves the kill on the Undying, but they're going to lose this IO. So now 3 heroes dead on the side of Gaimin Gladiators with the borrowed
He's
time
not
running
getting out of this
There's
one.
no more sand in the hourglass for you, and there's no more life in your health bar either.
Man, TA2000, his positioning has been mastered here so far. Level 18. Marcy, not the easiest hero to farm with. Most of the time you get gold from fighting, because this hero, you don't want to pop Unleash just to farm unless it's a really big stack. Also, this is offlane Marcy, so you don't have Battle Fury, which means that it's going to take you longer time to clear the creep wave. And now Noob, playing a bit of a different game. They saw Gaimin Gladiators grouping around on the mid lane, while TA2000 will finish off full butterfly. Needs another 40 gold.
Yeah, it gets close to that finished item with the fact that he took that top tier 2, so that opened up the outpost to be taken here, and well, they are starting to retreat back. They've got a couple of heroes nearby. Ace is going to go with the blink as well as the dispose.
Nice
good job avoiding that Bushwhack with the snowball. Kisses in once again. Quinn's locked up with the BKB popped here by the Leshrac, going in on a TA2000, but he has a BKB of his own. Dream Coil on a 3. They'll take out as there goes Celery, and then goes Tofu. So they are losing heroes by the wayside as Duraccio trying to run in with the borrowed time, but there's still just not enough damage coming from this Abaddon.
That's a full team wipe incoming.
Quinn trying to TP out. Oh, just gets away, but Duraccio not so fortunate. And 4 heroes dead on the side of Gaimin Gladiators, and Ooredoo Thunders keep it clean.
You have Full Pipe and another Glimmer Cape, plus Soul Rip that we mentioned, and a Holy Lock. An item that we usually don't see, but items are starting to even pile up on Undying. This is position 5 Undying. IO going for the same item build pretty much.
Ooh, they have some vision on these heroes, and well, Celery's gonna pop the mech. They go to the Mortimer's Kisses, they'll take the IO. Quinn's gonna have to fight for his life, and well, now deciding against it as he pops the BKB and TP's out. Losing that IO very early on, there's just nothing he could do, especially with the rest of the team nowhere nearby.
It seems like Gaimin Gladiators will need another set of items to take these fights. Mostly 2 MKBs and another big item on Quinn, which is coming out relatively shortly, but it's not going to come on time for them to be able to contest this Roche.
Yeah, another Roche going free for OT, and well, that's going to be another Aegis on TA2000. They've also got the Shard now on the ground, and we'll see who picks that up, because this Drow already has that. You really want to get that early on, so you've got yourself that hypothermia damage coming out, especially in the closed-in engagements that they've been having with Gaimin Gladiators, and yeah, so...
And now with the Hex, of course. Like, the Hex is going to be pretty big. He didn't know what he's going to go for, kind of preemptively decided to go for it, so TA2000 having a pretty good read what's going to come out.
Bushwhack. Again, they've got 4 steps, they have Snowball, they have the saves. So, they'll still be okay, and they go back like he's full health again, and he's just ready to stand his ground.
They don't even need a shard from Roche to finish off this game. They do still have a minute and a half left of that Aegis. Quinn trying to land a stun, will do so.
Will it matter? Multi-shot comes in, lands out of 3. They go to the Hex once again. Still a minute and a half on this Roche, our Aegis. And they just continue to land stuns, and TA2000 continues to do damage to the towers. There it goes.
Uses multi-shot, instantly kills the creep wave. Someone needs to be outside of the base because they're not getting too much. They're going to get out-farmed right now, controlling the jungle. I like this play. Let's see what they're going to get out from it. Someone maybe needs
Damage
to
for the
TP.
Drow.
Someone might need to TP bottom to look like they're not going to go for anything, that they're done with it. But DD Drow, as you said.
It's going to be a lot of damage. Quinn out of the base. Uh-oh, that's a day to Shrek.
He does not have buyback.
Uh-oh.
He needs some extra gold. Needs 200 gold. There is 1 rune to be picked up, but it's not going to be enough. So this is going to be another set of barracks. There is still tier 2 tower available. Let's see if they want to go for a push. Maybe 30 seconds left. 50 seconds for Leshrac. And TA2000 forcing himself very aggressively.
They're relocating to cut the creep wave, but that allows them to set up on Celery on the way back and just kill him. Like, this is all OT right now, and they're not being stopped. Like, nothing is getting in their way, and I mean, if I'm Gaimin Gladiators, I'm probably pretty hesitant about just calling GG and going for that last fight. They go to the BKB, but a lot of that duration is going to be used with the Walrus Punch coming in. So now he's in trouble. They get the kill to Omar. They take out Kaori. They've got themselves 2 kills.
They got the bash.
For the Drow. They've got the bash. Can they get the kill to TA2000? They'll follow it up with a stun, and they do get themselves 3.
Very close yet so far.
They've got Tofu. Something to eat, something to kill. They're going to go for Noob. They've got that
No
X.
E on this.
They've got the stun. They'll get the kill. That's not worth it, Noob. So this net worth lead was 10K. They hold, they get a couple of kills, it's 3K. Now they go for Ace, bring it back to 5,000, but Quinn's gonna go in, he's got the Hex, it's on to TA2000, they land the stun, it's gonna be on Omar, they're going in deep. Fire Snap Cookie, that stun's gonna land on the Abaddon, they go to the Scatter Blast, Quinn taking a lot of damage with the high ground from TA2000, they've got the damage to get the kill on the track. The look over Duraccio, the borrow time's just not gonna be enough to get more than just Kaori. The positioning is just perfect here from TA2000, and they will take out this Abaddon.
TA2000. GG, well played in the old chat. While he's attacking, he types miss, accidentally uses it, and now with 80 seconds, no Leshrac, 69 seconds without Eba, nice, but he's going to be able to respawn because he does have buyback available.
So buyback comes in, that tier 4 is down, the throne will be exposed. Can they finish off the game? 4v5. No tree there for you, Tofu. Creeps are coming in, right clicks from TA2000. They need to make the jump. Duraccio pushing in. Pops the Manta. Really just trying to force them to fight by hitting their
Oh
throne.
my god, look at that damage.
The damage so quick. Just out of the Abaddon again, the borrow time's going to be forced, and he's going to have to run back to base. Hunter's Boomerang, Ace goes in with the Unleash, but they've got themselves the Walrus Punch with the BKB duration, but the right-click damage is going to be more than enough to get the kill on Ace. They're going to relocate in the fight. They'll go after him. Celery's going to be caught up and killed off. TA2000 gets himself a triple kill. They'll call GG, and Ooredoo Thunders will take the first game off of Gaimin Gladiators in this tour. The major champions do fall for just the first game so far.
I believe Gaimin Gladiators were on 13-game win streak. They did not drop a single game, and the first team to beat them after winning the major is Ooredoo Thunders, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like the